boy G Conscious just back in the building. Just chilling, man, you know. Chilling, man. Trying to get my son's haircut, see what he's doing. You know. Looking kind of rough around the edges. But yeah, man, so what y'all got going on today, man? Y'all see the title? You see the title. What's up, Jay, man? Just chilling, man. That's basically it. Y'all see the title. Mikha'el been Israel. What's up, man? What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? I've been peeping the scene, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see what you own. Ha ha ha. There you go. And I'm staying with the dreads. Shit, fresh with it. Yeah, but trying to see, man, what you own, Mikha'el been Israel, you know. You want West now? What you got going on, man? I'm trying to see what you got going on. What's up, Sister Cherry? You want West, Mikha'el been Israel? Because you been kind of going hard for them brothers. You know what I'm saying? You been going hard, man. I'm keeping these dreads. You been going really hard, man. So I don't know, man, Jay, man. It's like every time you look around, he go hard for one West. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like to me. That brother going hard, man. But likewise, Sister Cherry, happy resurrection weekend. Y'all see what we got going on out here? Got this rain going on. That's what we got going on. Got this rain going on. It's looking bad out here. Y'all see it? Yeah, but I'm trying to see, man, what that brother Mikha'el been Israel on, man. What you on, bro? Is you one West or what you on? Yeah, they going into Nicolations doctrine. Nicolations chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we got some bad weather out here. Y'all see what we facing. This situation. It's been raining. Y'all can tell when spring comes because we always got some stuff going on and we see. Yeah, man, somebody tag that brother Mikha'el ben Israel. Get that brother in here, man. You know what I'm saying? If he probably out feasting somewhere. You know, today is a Sabbath, so he probably getting his Sabbath on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling, but you know, these brothers of mine, you know, pushing that one West doctrine. Get him on in here, so real. What's going on with you? Get Mikha'el ben Israel on in here, man. I need to talk to that boy real quick and see what he got going on, man. Cause he tripping, you know what I'm saying? He up there in the Chi-Town or wherever he at, you know what I'm saying? Pushing that one West doctrine, making IOG look bad. But yeah, so if you gotta lie, cheat, and steal just to prove your doctrine, man, like that is ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's what brothers is doing, man. Brothers out here lying, stealing, cheating. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to do it all in the name of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And these brothers, man, they straight out of pocket with it. You know what I'm saying? Mikha'el, man, every coattail he get a chance to jump on, he own it, man. You know what I'm saying? Every chance, you know what I'm saying? He get a chance to jump on somebody's coattail. Mikha'el ben Israel right there. Right there, you know what I'm saying? He just want to feel so loved, basically, so involved. So I guess he just gotta, you know what I'm saying, do what he can to make his little doctrine, you know what I'm saying, exist, so to speak. But yeah, I think I've been watching the brother, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching him, you know what I'm saying? And He be responding on stuff. He be right over there with them brothers, you know what I'm saying? He be right with them, you know what I'm saying? So if you right with them, you're going to get the same punishment and the same judgment they're going to get when the Almighty come back and crack that sword down, that two-edge is going down, you know what I'm saying? If you over there, you chilling with them brothers and you ain't correcting your brothers when they all off, hey, you going to get the same type of judgment, bro. Nothing different, man. So, and I think that that's what's wrong with us in general anyways, is that, you know, we can't correct our own, you know what I'm saying, like amongst black people. If you look at the black culture, we have to be willing to police our own communities. And that's something we don't want to do. But when Europeans come in, white supremacy come in there, and they get to whooping brothers and sisters behinds, then we all hot, we upset about it. But if we police our own communities, we ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? And if a person is suffering for righteousness, then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But if you out here, you living wicked, you doing wicked things, you know, the way of the transgressor is hard. So we definitely got to make sure that we lining up. I'm sorry. And that our moral stance is right. You know what I'm saying? Our moral stance has to be right. You got people that, even though they may not read the Bible, but they got some type of morality going on. And then you got those that don't care about no type of morality or none of that. They just living like savages. They don't care, you know what I'm saying? And so we got to do better, man. And so anytime you see that someone that is in your community that is doing wickedness, you need to be the one to speak up on it. You ain't supposed to harvest that wickedness. A lot of these brothers is harvesting that wickedness, and they ain't speaking up on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, as an entirety, we as men, we got responsibilities to do. We got responsibilities to do, and if we all living in a peaceable order, then we shouldn't have to worry about situations that come into the communities and stuff like that, or really if it's on an international or whatever type of basis. And we don't do that, man. We complain and this and that. Well, hold on for a minute. You don't got to succumb to that evil. Why do you succumb to it? You know what I'm saying? Why do you promote violence? Why do you promote wickedness? Why do you promote these very deeds that we see that will cause you to be put to death? Why do you promote those things? I don't understand it, because you allow the enemy to come in, and once the enemy come in and you succumb to that very evil that he's pressing on you. He put that evil on you. You with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to give it up. And so, even though we know that this government system is what's going on behind it, and it's a system that the Lord is gonna really destroy. You know what I'm saying? We know that, but at the same time, we can't allow ourselves to be in a position to where we're doing the very things that the world is doing. And that's what you brothers is doing, man. You brothers is doing the very things that the world is doing. It makes no sense at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see how Mikha'el ben Israel can be even agreeing with brothers that he know that's out here, causing a lot of destruction out here. Very destructive. He said he keeping the Passover. He said he's keeping the Passover right now. How you keeping the Passover right now? You keeping the memorial of the Passover? Because you ain't keeping the real Passover. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. You can keep the memorial of it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Do your thing, bro. But man, you need to start keeping your mouth closed. That's what you need to be keeping before you try to keep the Passover. So when you do go to that Passover, you know what I'm saying, you'll be before God, you know what I'm saying, in all pureness and stuff like that. To the, whatever it is, but you got a lot of stuff, bro. You've been speaking on lately. You've been speaking on a lot of stuff. And when it was time for you to come and get on this panel, you ducked and you dodged that and played games with that. So, you know what it is, bro. It's time for you to get whooped because you need to get spanked because you sitting up there instigating and playing the both sides of the field, you know what I'm saying? And come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You playing your little race card too. You playing your little race card. Why would I, he said call him. Why would I call you, bro? Why would I call you? It don't make no sense to call you. It don't make no sense to call you. We've already spoken, but evidently, in your mind, you still want to be playing games and, shucking the jive. Well, okay. Because when you came on Sister Cherry's channel, and they was giving you the word, and giving you the gospel, you was stumbling and fumbling over there, like you don't know what the gospel is, bruh. Like you don't know what's really going on. Why are you still teaching this one West doctrine, man? Like, let it go, bro. Like, I'm trying to see, is you IOG anymore? Are you still IOG? What are you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because you teaching, differently, and so I'm starting to look at IOG as maybe, you know what I'm saying? This is why Josh and them or all these other brothers left. Why did they leave? You know what I'm saying? And even with the situation when you start dealing with who else, when you start dealing with a lot of these guys that start what's that brother's name? Isaac K. Fingers. That's another one, man. Purely just fleshly doctrines, man. Nothing spiritual about it. You can't be an example before anybody. You sitting back waiting, thinking God like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for Israelites to get it together, and then millions of people dying every day going to hell. You know what I'm saying? And you like, I'm just gonna wait for Israelites to get it together, and once they get it together, then we just gonna go and reconcile the world once they get it together. Nah, bruh, that ain't how that work, bruh. No, man, there's other people that's in this vineyard, bruh. What up, Christ sheep? There's other people that's in this vineyard, brother, that's at work. You know what I'm saying? And you too busy for me, man, and you ain't doing enough work, to be honest. You still trying to duck off and prove you an Israelite. The only reason why we doing what we doing is because these brothers out here on these street corners, man, and they not priests, bruh. They not real priests. A real priest, bruh, he's anointed. He has the ministry of reconciliation, and he's going out there to win souls, bruh. He's going out there to win as many souls as he can, man. I don't care what color they is. He's winning souls, bruh. He'll run up on Israel. If he Israel, he'll run up on, any other culture and give them the gospel and say, hey, look, by Adam's sin, it caused the world to be in a state of death. You know what I'm saying? And so, we can. Here's the good news, though. The good news is that God sent His Son, which is Christ Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And through Him, you can get that. You can break the veils down and enter in and get before the Father. You know what I'm saying? Because He's the doorway. And so we should be teaching that. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate Sister Cherry. And so we see that these brothers, they not really teaching that. You know what I'm saying? And so when we come out, we say, oh, we want to get on that. We got some type of agenda. Or we coons. Or we this and that. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't really care, because at the same time, I'm doing my duty. I'm doing what I'm called to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's to preach to the nations. You know what I'm saying? That's to reconcile people back unto God. I have the ministry of reconciliation. And so what these brothers do is what the world do. They with that media thing, man. That's their lifestyle. Only thing they can do is twist up scriptures and twist people's words up and play games and stuff like that. But when it comes to when you got to stand before God, and God see that you didn't play these games this whole time, and you was trying to game man, then really trying to get before God and hit that doorway, y'all out of pocket, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? And so, if you want to build with me, I don't mind building with brothers. But I will tell you this, as I always stated, whether if you a black Hebrew Israelite, whether if you a Christian, I build with everybody. You Islam, you Kemetic, I will build with you. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to tell me God's plan for man is to destroy a man just because he's not an Israelite. That doesn't make any sense, bruh. That doesn't make any sense, bruh. And you're not going to tell me that you're going to westernize God's plan that he have overall for when he do bring the Gentiles in. You're going to westernize the kingdom, basically. Nah, bro, you're not going to westernize the kingdom. That's not going to happen, bro. Like, you can't think that you're going to be whipping people with whips, you know what I'm saying, and hanging people up and on which cut. No, bruh. No. You're not going to be doing that, man. That's not how that work, bruh. And so if you out there on these streets and you teaching that, you need to correct yourself with your doctrine. Yeah, we understand that brothers is in their feelings, but walking in your feelings, will get you in trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? We understand that brothers is in their feelings because they look at, that the oppression and look at what, what white supremacy is doing. And so, you have to look at that and you got to still think. You still got to think and try to say, you know what? I can't succumb to that, what they trying to press on me and try to get me in anger and then to sin. Because that's the whole thing, get me in anger, and then I sin. And then once I sin, then I begin to start, sinning and sinning and sinning. It's like an avalanche. It just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and just building up. You can't do that. And so when you got these brothers out on these street corners, man, they teaching this type of foolishness, you know what I'm saying, that it's ridiculous. Now, I ran into, even though the brother always hating on me all the time, but I checked out one of his videos. One of the brothers, what was his name? IGIC Knoxville or something like that. I think that's it. I ran into one of his videos. They out there preaching to the Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? They believe they some Israelites. They out there preaching to the Gentiles and preaching to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, about the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Or about the Lord, you know what I'm saying? And so, it's people just getting out there. And so, your thing is really not to condemn people. Your thing is to come to people, don't condemn them. Because remember, a lot of these people who you're talking to, they're not religious people. Now, when you're dealing with religious people, then you already know there's going to be some type of chastening that's there. When you're dealing with people that are not religious, your thing is to come to them and say, hey, look, man, I don't know if you ever heard, but listen, there's a lot of things that's going on in this world, you know what I'm saying? People are dying. Spiritual wickedness everywhere, you know what I'm saying? The lust of the flesh, the pride of life, you know what I'm saying? All of these different things is going on. And so, there is a creator, you know what I'm saying? And he has sent his word to really speak unto us, to give us, to reconcile us back unto the creator, you know what I'm saying? And so, you want to make sure that, that you can, if you can take the opportunity to know about this creator, is that something that you would want to do? You know what I'm saying? Because, we got some things that's going on to where I'm pretty sure you want to know where you come from. What was your origin? You know what I'm saying? What are you here for? You know what I'm saying? Where do you go after this? What happens? You know what I'm saying? After you die, are you still conscious? you want to know these things. And so because you want to know these things, it's like my YouTube stopped. And so you definitely want to know these things. And so, if you in knowing these things, there are some answers. There's some answers, and the answers is in the book. You know what I'm saying? And so, also God is foretelling certain things is going to take place in this world. So if he's telling you certain things is going to take place in this world, this Bible, it got those things there. So you can be ready for those things. You can know, when this stuff is happening, you can pass that very test, and you can go on, you know what I'm saying, and be blessed. And so when you look at these guys, man, this out here, it's a lot of pain, it's a lot of hurt out here. And I understand it, because I see it, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. And these guys are acting out. So they're acting out in these streets, but they're acting out the wrong way. And see, that's the thing. They're acting out the wrong way. They really are acting like the very people who they're claiming to be against. And that's crazy, because you have become a product or the child of that system. And so, this is what's going on in these streets. Whether if you're a black Hebrew Israelite in the community, whether if you white, and what's going on, brother, and you want to get up out of this government system, you pray for your leaders, because these people are blind. They've been deceived. So because they've been blind and they've been deceived, it's really the same thing. We've been blind. We've been deceived. And so what made us come over and make the decision to say, what I'm doing is not, what I'm doing is not constructive, then we made a decision to where we was like, hey, look, I'm going to change my life, you know what I'm saying? And because the word that was preached unto us in our heart, we was convicted of our sins. And so when you're convicted of your sins, that's when, and the word is being preached to you, the first thing you can do is you can either harden that, or you can say, well, I'm going to continue to live like I want to live, or you can just give yourself over to Christ, you know what I'm saying, and just follow Christ, you know what I'm saying, follow what the word is saying, because it leads to everlasting life. And so a lot of these guys, man, they so calloused in heart, they never made that transition. They never made that transition. They never came over fully. What they did was they heard the message, Deuteronomy 28. They felt good about it because they felt chosen, you know what I'm saying? And so when they looked at the curses, they say, this is why I'm experiencing this, but there's still hope, and God is gonna help me, because I'm the chosen. And so what they did was they looked at it in more so of a negative way than a positive way, instead of them saying, well, I am a chosen individual and I have a responsibility, because I was once in a situation, in a rut, and I knew what it meant to be down and out. I knew what it meant to be kicked on and stepped on. And also, I stepped on people, kicked on people myself. So other people are like that. So we got to look at the position and say, well, hold on for a minute. I was a cheat. I was a destroyer, a murderer. And so when you look at these very actions, these are actions that causes people all to be in the same position when you conclude it. Once it's concluded, everybody is still in this position to where, hey, look, you robbed, you murdered, you know what I'm saying? Everything that the Bible talked about, you basically did it, you know what I'm saying? And so you got to look at it and say, these people doing the same thing. But see, you got delivered. In other words, you made a choice and decision to where you say, I'm not going to live like this. I want to line up with God. I want to line up with him. I believe the word that came unto me. And so you believe that word and you operated in that word. A lot of these brothers ain't did that. They've taken that mentality to say, well, I am this chosen. And so because I'm this chosen, then there's nothing that mean anything else. There's nothing that mean anything else. I mean, there's nothing else means anything but, you know what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to do, basically. But, me being this chosen, and they're not chosen. This is why I'm being persecuted like this, because I'm this people of the book, and I'm upset, I'm mad. So when I get the opportunity to basically turn on, to get the ups, basically, I'm going to destroy everything moving and walking. But until then, I'm just going to preach this hate message. I'm just going to preach this hate message every day of the week, every Sabbath, you know what I'm saying? Not realize that the very dog, the very murderer, the very destroyer, the very thief is something that you was. And so if God was able to have mercy on you and pull you up out of that situation, because he didn't have to do it, but he did, because he didn't have to send his word. He could have just left us in a state of wickedness and been on the path of destruction, because we was the children of wrath, fitted for destruction. And so it says, and ye who were dead in sins and trespasses have he quickened. So he quickened us, right? After we believed, we became quickened with the Spirit of God. And so, when these brothers is out here teaching on these corners, it's not really, it's not nothing that can reconcile man. All of this is fleshly doctrine. In other words, you telling brothers that you basing upon, what nationality, when the scripture says that Abraham was going to do, his seed that was going to come from him, which is Christ, was going to bless all the nations and be a light unto the Gentiles. So then they'll switch that and say, well, the Gentiles is the northern tribes. Because the hatred that they have towards white people, they don't want to see no type of deliverance. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see nobody get delivered. The hatred that Jonah had towards Nineveh, he didn't want to see Nineveh get delivered. But they'll tell you that Nineveh was Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And so it kind of makes me wonder why, if they was, why didn't Jonah want to go preach to his brothers so they can get up out of the situation that they was in if they was Israelites? But that's just not the case. Jonah didn't want to go preach to them is because they was not Israelites. And he was just like the very people that we see on the corners today. If they feel that they Israelites, they feel like they're the chosen, and God has chosen nobody but them. And so they don't have no responsibility. Whenever a person is chosen for something, he has an assignment. And so you actually need to get on your assignment. And so a lot of these brothers are not getting on their assignment. When you say that you are a holy priesthood or a holy nation, you have an assignment. And so you can look and say all day long, well, they took us to slavery, so when it's our time, we're gonna dog them out. We're gonna do just like what they did. We're gonna whip them. We're gonna hang their children. We're gonna do all this type of stuff. No, man, you out of pocket. The reason why men are tested on this earth, because they are being tested to see how they will respond to these things. And so one of the things is that God allows you to experience some things to see how would you govern yourself, how would you judge yourself. This is what we call the administration of consciousness, which is a moral faculty that is within you, what consciousness is for you to really be aware to that moral faculty that is within you, which is the conscience. And so it teaches you how to govern yourselves, how to be a judge. He said, ye should be as gods, knowing good and evil. And so we see that later on, he says, man has become one of us to know good and evil. So you became aware, right? Or you became awakened to the aspect of duality or dualism. But here's the thing. The thing is that I'm sorry, I paused for a minute. The thing is you have to know that you can. The thing about it is you have to know, right, that you can be what I was gonna say. Sorry about that, y'all. The thing about this is you got to know how to. I forgot my thought. Well, anyways, let me finish on. The thing about it is you got to know how to respond to when we start to see, how the world is bringing certain things on you, because the world it wants you to be in a situation to where you see what the murders, and this is why they put the stuff on TV openly, so you can get mad and get upset about it and get out of pocket. And then once you get out of pocket, then that enemy got you now. He got you. And so that's the whole thing is to get you just all out of pocket, man. You out of control. You know what I'm saying? Oh. And then once you get out of control, then now he got you now. It's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? What up, man? It's a done deal. What you laughing for, bro? So it's a done deal. And so, peace, brother, peace. And so we got to definitely make sure we don't allow the enemy to get us in a position to where we get to acting like the beast. Because to be honest, man, this is why they teach you that we all are, we all are animals. You know what I'm saying? They define us as animals, and it's really this survival of the fittest mentality, this neo-Darwinism mentality. In other words, what is it? Preservation of the favored races. You know what I'm saying? Some Darwin end up saying, you know what I'm saying? Preservation of the favored races. And so, that's the same thing that y'all teach. You guys teach the same thing. Nothing differently. You guys teach that you're this favorite race, right? And the one way to preserve yourself is to be destructive. You know what I'm saying? To be destructive. When a real leader, a real man of God, is seeking how he can preserve out of himself every race. And so when we look at, that's what Christ did. That's why Abraham was told, and through thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. Through thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. That's what went on with that. You know what I'm saying? And so when you try to limit that and just say that's only talking about Israel, then nah. Then you try to go to scriptures like saying the Lord is not concerned with none of the nations and this and that. Yeah, if the nations are doing wickedness, he has a problem with that. He ain't concerned with that if they're doing wickedness. But does he have a plan to where he's saying that, well, I want to pull them up out of that if they turn from their unrighteousness? Yeah, he does. He did it with Nineveh. He did it with when he said in Ezekiel, he said if a man will turn, Jeremiah chapter 18, if a man will turn of an unrighteous nation, will turn from their wicked ways, then God will deliver them. Isaiah 56 says the same thing. He says, let not the stranger or the eunuch say the Lord has utterly separated me from his people, because the Lord has not separated you from his people, only in a sense that if you are doing wickedness, there will be a separation. But if a person turn to hearken unto, then it is what it is. But it is what it is. But yeah, let me go in here real quick and pay this barber. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, go pay it real quick. It's raining out here. But yeah, with that being said, man, I will holler at y'all in a minute.